So, as you guys know, these will come back sometimes with plastic discs on them. Those need to be taken off and thrown away. They do not get sterilized. They're not for that. If they come back put together, sometimes I try to take them off if I can. If I can grab some rooms, I can. If it comes back put together, it's just a screwdriver. The one on the side and the one on the top to loosen it. You can just take them apart. Everything obviously needs to be taken apart. If it doesn't go back through, it goes if you're taken apart, not put together. So, and we'll always, these two, the black and the silver, will always be attached to these things. So that's where you'll find those. If you're missing them, they're probably still attached.
Can I get a close-up of that piece?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Another piece that will probably come back put together is this black X-ray and the registration tool. These do come apart as well. If you guys look at the trays, obviously it shows you they can't be put away together. So this screw, I don't know what you guys do with this. Most people just leave it in there because it gets lost. If not, so it's totally fine if you just leave it in there. You can loosen it, tighten it, whatever you guys feel. Put it in there. There's that one. I think they said like the biggest thing with this one is just to make sure that everything's apart and that the discs aren't going through the autoclave, because they should not, even through the washer. That is the mini tray, and I can show you guys how to put these together if you guys want. If you want to play with it, you can, just so you guys become familiar with it. These are the probes. The blue one is sharp, so be careful when it's coming back. If they don't put it in a towel or something, you guys can get poked in it. It's pretty sharp. These will also have black little discs on them that need to come off. Right now, we are not currently using the hip trays because nobody uses the Mako to do a hip here. But Dr. Ashman is in the talks of starting hips, so I'm going to show you guys that in the tray just so that when it comes back, we're familiar with that as well. A lot of this stuff should come back in the tray because we don't use everything on the bottom. This will come back off of the robot. This can just be washed as normal.
That I can manually wash, or
you can send it through the washer. Yes, it can go through the washer. Same thing with this. This is the same as the total knee. This silver one here and these two crosses will 99% of the time come back in the tray because we don't ever use those. So if they are not in there, that's a problem because we don't ever take them out. So there's that. And then with the tools, instruments on the top, this is the way that the total hip array will come back. And this is the screwdriver for the total hip. So it's not the same as the total knee. It's black and it has this attachment with it. We can't do the case without this piece because this is what tightens and loosens our arrays. And we need to make sure that this little piece right here comes back every case. And it's the same thing here. This is just the same as the screw handle, but it's black. It will unscrew these.
And that screwdriver handle comes in this tray or a different tray?
So this is the array tray.
Okay.
This comes in the hip instrument tray.
Okay.
So this is in this tray here. And if this piece is not attached, it will more than likely be this piece that's attached because this is what they put the checkpoint in with. Something that we use during surgery. So if this one is attached, this one should be floating around, coming back in your instruments. 9 times out of 10, this one should be attached because I have to use this to take the pieces off the robot. So this is the last thing that should be used. So there's that. They come separately. This is the same as the knee one. It's just the checkpoint driver, so that will be there. And then we always have 2 impaction handles. One offset and one straight, and then same with the reamer handles. So with the reamer handles, these pieces come apart here. This one, right here.
I'm going to zoom in on this part so we can see.
If you drop, let me see if I can get it. So you have to push this up and drop it down So this comes down to be clean. You don't want to clean it with it up because if there's stuff in there, it will not come out. So this little piece here, you just find the little divots. It'll slide in. Make sure this is up, push it in and over, and then it will latch. This, it's supposed to retract like this for when they're putting the attachment on for during surgery. But this, yes, when we clean this, this needs to be all the way off, down, completely detached so that this can get clean.
Okay.
I don't know if that needs to be re-cleaned or if we're good there.
I would say let's re-clean it
Okay.
just to be safe.
Perfect. So there's that. The offset one does not come apart like that. It just is simple. This one just here. Okay. And then a few more pieces with this one. The power. So the power, we do not need attachments with the hip. In the array tray, this attachment here will come separate, and this gray piece will come separate. And this just pops on. Sometimes there are people that take it off. So it just pops off. And when you wash it, obviously these need to come off. And these go inside the array tray. So 9 times out of 10, the hip power they will send back with these attached. Just remember to take them off when we're cleaning them. With our power tray, with the total knee, we have the 2 saw attachments and the wrench. So those are right now are labeled as TKA power. In the partial knee tray, the partial knee trays are new, so these go in the bottom of the partial knee tray. So I'm gonna see if we can rename the power tray with attachments and then just leave the other ones power. So we know which one has which, so then we can know when they need to be put into the bottom of the tray versus into the power tray. So we always have to have a wrench with every case. So if this goes missing, let one of us know. If we can't find it, let's look for it. Let me know so I can come help. Just so we can have it when the surgeon puts the blade on, the blade will never come back because I always take that off before I bring it back here. It just is here, so we can just unscrew this here. When we put the blade on, it's just like a half a turn. So if it's down, open it up. Simple as that. And those go into the attachment tray. Powers with attachment. I don't know. Do you guys have any questions for me? I don't know if there's anything else that I didn't show you. Do you want to put your hands on this stuff so you can see it, know what it is?
So this is what we have an issue with. I'm not familiar with this tray.
So this is because
I see it. It's been a while.
in the last 5 years we haven't done a hip here, so you guys probably haven't seen the trays.
That's fine.
But yes.
So, when they pop off the little plastic piece,
Yeah.
sometimes you lose that. So how?
This comes up
Yeah.
We've
This
lost,
one,
yeah, we've lost one of those recently off of a navigation.
off navigation.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it should not happen with mine. If it happens with mine, I will send it back and replace it because we can't use it without it.
Okay.
So if that does happen, just let me
It's
know.
in one of those trays now.
No, it was our craning navigation that, yeah.
Okay.
It
yeah.
looks like that though.
I've never seen that happen. I've never heard of that happening. So if it does with my stuff, let me know. I'll send it back and get you one within the next 2 days.
Okay. So you can't use it without.
No.
Yeah.
No. At that point, it's done,
Alright.
and we'll have to send a new one in. As you can see, this one is redded out. We don't need that, so it won't come back with your tray. There's not too many pieces on the bottom, so, and like I said, there's not any hips on the schedule. I just have heard talk of them wanting to start doing hips, just so that we're familiar with this tray, if we do start using it.
Good to know that that's not disposable.
This? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, don't throw that away. This,
Say don't throw away.
Not
piece
disposable.
here- yeah. So with the power,
But you be in the room during the surgeries, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you'll make sure that the tech don't throw it away.
Yes.
Okay.
This piece here in a total knee attaches to the robot. So when we do a total hip, it does not. This big silver piece on the bottom, right here, attaches to the robot. So we use this because we don't want stuff to get up in here during the surgery, blood and tissue and stuff. So this is just for protection. And like I said, 99% of the time when we do a hip, the power will come back with this on. So just remember, it's not disposable, and just take it off.
Yep.
Okay. Any other questions? This
Good
should
questions.
never be used, so it should always be on there. Yeah. And I know that we just went through a lot of this stuff, so I'm not sure if you guys have any other questions for me.
Not me.
Do you have any questions, Mecca? So Mecca is one of our new OR techs,
Okay.
and I invited her to come watch this, so that she can
Yeah.
learn
I
your
can
stuff.
show you how to put. I'm gonna clean it up. You're okay. I'm gonna wrap it back up.
But it's on the floor.
Do you want me to show you how to put these pieces together, or okay, perfect.
So is that all you had on our end?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, he just told me to go over instrument trays. Anything else you think you need to see from me?
No, we'll just go over the name changes that you need me to do and whatever we got to do to make it easier. I'll update pictures if I need to in SensaTrack so that my staff can see what's in there.
Okay, yeah. And all